jikọta udo gachi ụmụ Biafra biko zienụ jikọta udo gachi ọkwa one family ka anyị ji aga jikọta udo gachi ọkwa otu obi ka anyị ji aga jikọta udo gachi ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo gachi. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị ihe ga-adị mma ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo gachi ụmụ Biafra biko zienụ jikọta udo gachi ọkwa one family ka anyị ji aga jikọta udo gachi ọkwa otu obi ka anyị ji aga udo gachi ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo gachi udo gachi lele anyị IPOB one family IPOB one family one family IPOB ana m ayọkwa Chukwu okike abịa ma ka onye ndị IPOB ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike na amamihe nke ha ga-eji wee rụọ ọrụ a wee ruruo ya n'isi anyị ma na ọrụ adịghị isi mana onye ọbụla nke ya na Chukwu okike abịa ma so ụjọ agaghị atụ ya nwa Chukwu okike abịa ma ọhamadike ihe kwuru ka ị na-eme jisi ike n'ụlọ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ jisi ike n'ụlọ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri jisi ike n'ụlọ ọma gị ihe ga-adị mma ana m ekelekwa all the coordinators all over the world ana m ayọkwa Chukwu okike abịa ma ka onye unu ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike nke unu ga-eji wee rụọ ọrụ a wee ruru okwa ya n'isi jisie na ike na ihe ọbụla unu na-eme were n'otu obi na ihe ọbụla unu na-eme ma bụrụ na ya n'obi data onye ọlụ nwere ụgwọ no matter what ka anyị wezụga na ihe ọbụla ga-ebute nkewa n'etiti anyị maka anyị werekwa n'otu obi wee sọpọtụ nwanne anyị nwoke abụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ọhamadike. One thing is sure, at the end we all shall rejoice. Sure. Ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo gachi ụmụ Biafra biko zienụ jikọta udo gachi ọkwa one family ka anyị ji aga jikọta udo gachi ọkwa otu obi ka anyị ji aga jikọta udo gachi ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo gachi udo gachi lile anyị anyị werezienụ ya ofu obi ụmụnne anyị were ofu obi anyị ga-enweta ihe anyị na-achọ ụmụnne m anyị sọpọtụ nwanne anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jisi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ jisi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri jisi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị ihe ga-adị mma jisi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị Biafra ga-enwerịrị isi ka anyị were ofu obi nwanne m let us take one mind we shall get to the promised land my brothers and sisters. Ụmụ Igbo Izon Ogoni Eja Efik Ibibio Aran Orani Igodomigodo Kogi Idoma Benua Igala Igede. Please let us join hands together. We are the Biafrans. Let us support the Moses of our own time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, ọhamadike ndị Biafra. I strongly believe that with one mind, love, and work, we shall get to the promised land by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Omu Biafra biko sienu Opa one family kanyi diaga Opa obi kanyi diaga Omu Biafra biko kanyi jikota Udogachi Chukwu Okike Abiama Ọngamadike ihe kwuru ka ị na-eme jisike n'ụlọ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ jisike n'ụlọ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri jisike n'ụlọ ọma gị ihe ga-adị mma Chukwu Okike Abiama n'ihi adịlịlị m Mazi Nnamdi Kanu n'ihi adịlịlị m ihe adịlịlị m Echi, maka echi adịghị agwụ agwụ ihe adịlịlị imo onye nwere gị nwere mmadụ onye ji gị ji mmadụ aga onye nwere gị ụjọ agaghị atụ ya onye ji gị ji mmadụ Biafrans biko kanyi jikota udogati Omu Biafran biko sienu udogati Okwa one family kanyi diaga udogati Okwa obi kanyi diaga nite udogati Omu Biafran biko ni udogati Konye neme n'ụwa nya biko jisike n'ọnụ maka omesio ya dị mma Ifo bụ ni na-eme nwanne m biko jisike n'ọnụ nwanne omesio nọ ya dị mma maka na ọ bụ alụọ n'anwụ elie na ndụ alụọ n'anwụ nwanne m elie na ndụ alụsi ọlụ anyị n'anwụ anyị ga-eli na ndụ Werebuzu bekene ka nje kene Chukwu Okike Abiama maka ifeọma ka o mere amama masị ndị nwanyị si mpe ọkwa gị nyere anyị ndụ taa Olise bi n'igwe asị m ka nkene Chukwu Abiama asị m ka nkenezie olorihe nji ọkwa nya ka mụ na-etu gị Chukwu aka mụ dị n'elu na rekene mo Special greetings to Mazi Kisilo ọnwa asọ anya onye nke so wee tụziere m aka na ihe gbasara egwu a ana m asị ka Chukwu Okike Abiama nye gị ogologo ndụ na akụnụba na arụ isi ike ise Chukwu Okike Abiama Ọngamadike ihe kwuru ka ị na-eme jisike n'ụlọ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ jisike n'ụlọ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri jisike n'ụlọ ọma gị ihe ga-adị mma I'm still your brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.
Hey yo, this is a song written from me to you, all you Biafran soldiers out there around the world. One for all for one. Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, much on. We straight coming back home as one people one love. We are Biafrans. They shine bright, they flourish in the land like the trees of Lebanon. We are planted in the house of God. It's not formidable. They can hack us, remain unstoppable. They can break us, any must be proud, signify of God. is our strength. We never stop the fight for freedom, rights. Every tribe and tongue, United Nations, but we ever for the world to see us. We unite to fight for freedom, right as goes on. People, let us fight for one time with truth and honest. The born and brush and crack, then this book to you. They called Nigerian down for one time freedom. For spilling the bloods of innocent Biafrans with no mercy and we can forgive. When the time comes up for payback, and we can forget all you've done to us. Come on, come on, come on. Biafran soldiers, where you are now? Where you are, where you are, where you are now? They can hack us. Where you are now? Where you are, where you are, where you are now? Biafran soldiers, where you are now? Where you are, where you are, where you are now? They can hack us. Yo, we straight here become as one people, one love. We are Biafrans. Because in 1914, Nigeria was created for the interests of the British government by the hand of Federal Luga. Hiding Biafrans in Nigeria, keep us stealing our resources. That was wrong. British government, that was wrong and evil. Only God can create a nation. That's why we've come to be a nation as we're supposed to be. We are gathering our troops from across the world to unite our nations. Biafra coming like invisible but visible for what to see. As we unite to fight for freedom, right as goes on. People, let us fight for one time with truth and honest. To burn and brush and crack, then this British do they called Nigeria. That for one time freedom. For spilling the bloods of innocent Biafrans with no mercy and we can forgive. When the time comes up for payback and we can forget all you've done to us. Come on, come on. Biafran soldiers, where you are now? Where you are, where you are, where you are now? They can hack us. Where you are now? Where you are, where you are, where you are now? Biafran soldiers, where you are now? Where you are, where you are, where you are now? They can hack us. This is one love for my people in his on his sober Igbo Ibanke Efiki Jo Igala. We are one people. Nnamdi Kanu, unite us together. Through IPOB, he has united us together. Let us pray to God because he's our God. All you Biafran soldiers out there around the world, keep on pushing on, keep on marching on for the restoration of Biafra is at hand. Nnamdi Kanu, God bless you. You, all you principal officers, all the coordinators all over the whole world. God bless you. We are one people. We are not Nigeria. Nigeria is the hell on earth. Oh, the greatest mistake the British government has ever made. The contraption called Nigeria. Nigeria is a zoo. Oh, come on, young people. Don't let them deceive you anymore. Don't listen to what they say to you. We are one people. IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra. Ikechukwu, Biafraland coordinator. Yeah, it's going on and on and on. Biafra soldiers now. Put your pieces in the air, Biafra soldiers now. Just put your hands up. Tell me where my soldiers are. Where you? What's up? Where my soldiers are? Where my soldiers? Where my soldiers are? A true Biafra soldiers, yes. Ha 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 ha.
To all indigenous people of Biafra, in Chukwu Abiyama with the band.
Ekele Chukwu Abiyama, Ekele Chukwu Okike, Ekele Chukwu Biafra, Aile Mama, Ekele Chukwu Abiyama, Ekele Chukwu Okike, Ekele Chukwu Biafra, Aile Mama. Ewu mama kanjibia, asimonye Biafra come to with you. I see money when renting or Ebe nebe come shit you. Ebe nebe de no cannot to de no Anamara de Wana Biafraland. Biafraland de Banyo. Ebe Chuku Kere Kabirino. Biafraland ni mo. Obodo Chuku Gozirina Gozi. Eba Ukangala. Ebe Chuku Kere Winyanyo. No man is one you, and you got the one there was on. You have to go, and you get you Wausa, and you get you Wausa,
otito jejama ya dịrị gị Chukwu abịama Chukwu okike mee anyị na-asị gị mama maka na eto dike na nko mere eme ike ga-adịghị ime ọzọ ekele onye agide na nko gwọrọ agwụgwọ onye ọzọ ha ga-etinye jara. We the indigenous people of Biafra, we cannot thank you enough for all you done for us. Anyị na-asị gị mama Biafrans in Malaysia, anyị na-asị gị mama Biafrans all over Asia, anyị na-asị gị mama Biafrans in Europe, asịkwa m kele gị o maka na eto dike na nko mere eme ike ga-adịghị ime ọzọ. Biafrans in America, asịkwa m kele gị o.
Good morning, wonderful
Biafrans in Australia,
regardless of where you are around the world, we are welcoming you to another exciting edition of our question and answer on this very day, the morning of the 30th of April in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021. The time now is 3 minutes past 7 a.m. in the land of Biafra. We are live and we are direct. And of course, heaven itself is bearing us witness. You are going to bear with us this morning because the enemies, as always, they are attacking what we are doing. We are not live on. And we are trying to rectify and fix this right this very minute. You must try to bear with us. I don't know how these criminals managed to get into our system this morning and is trying to make life difficult. We are on my Facebook page, please. For those who are listening via Mazi Nnamdi Kanu official, you know that later on they may wish to interrupt this very broadcast. Please be prepared for that. If they do, you switch over to Instagram. Instagram is the only place that I know that we are safe this very morning. Everything is going to work. Please do not panic. You can go to Instagram, please. If you experience any difficulties, tell people who are having issues with connecting to please go to Instagram for the time being, please. As we work to try to rectify this. Everything was, Twitter has no sound. It is coming. Everything is going to be restarted. That is how they operate in the zoo because they know that we are about to bury them alive this very morning. So they contracted the usual people that they contract to try to attack our systems. It's very, very vicious and sustained attack. But we are going to overcome them, I assure you. Do not worry, we are going to overcome. Ask people to move to Instagram, please. And at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu official on Facebook, my authentic Facebook page, which I am sure they may seek to interfere with later on. Do not panic. Everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be absolutely fine. I beg of you not to panic. We are going to fix it. We are going to fix it. In a short while, everything will be up and running once again. Please, I welcome each and every one of you. And as we are waiting for those of them on Twitter to join us, those on YouTube to join us as well, please do not panic. I assure you that we are going to run this program this morning. And as always, the zoo is going to crumble as a result of it. They are panicking. And rightfully so. And rightfully so. And we can assure them categorically that we are not going anywhere. We are going to preach this very gospel that Elohim has mandated us to preach. And there is absolutely nothing anybody can do about it. You must try to bear with us. I want to make sure that our apps are up and running. That is what I'm trying to fix. I have turned into an engineer this very morning, and I'm trying to fix it. It has come back. I believe that our apps are now working. We are now going to make sure that we fix the Twitter and all other handles, even the one that will stream on my private page on Facebook as well. That also is going to work. Please do not panic. Do not panic at all, at all, at all. Because these people, they think they can frustrate us. Everything, I checked the system this morning, everything was fine. But all of a sudden, I don't know, these people, unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. The Zoological Republic and those working for them, we are going to shock them this very morning. We are going to shock them this morning. And believe you me, they are in one almighty trouble. We are trying to reconnect our Twitter and all the rest of them. That is what we are trying to do, and we are going to do it. We are going to do it. Please do not panic. I beg of you not to panic. We are going live also on Twitter. We are going live now on Twitter and also on, I believe that we are live now once again on Twitter. We are adding the stream. I believe that all our systems are go. I believe we are live on multiple platforms. The whole world is listening, and we are going to decimate and destroy the damnable Zoological Republic. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. Because I am greeting you, for those of you on Instagram and on my page for the second time, for those of you who are joining us via our apps, IPOB, Community Radio, Radio Biafra, all the rest of it, our FM in Biafraland and parts of the Zoological Republic, and also on satellite. I believe they are now all well connected, and we are now moving. Of course, people, Romeo and all the rest of them are listening, or should I say watching via Twitter. And also Obin as well. Efonanya, all the rest of you are on Twitter. Oh my goodness, the whole world is waiting. I must preach this gospel. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the largest mass movement on the face of this very earth by none. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. And by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra, I am going to pray very, very briefly, and I'm going to preach this very gospel, after which we shall open our lines this very morning for some of you to participate, to give us the benefit of your thoughts and your opinions as to how things are going. You know, you listen to us, and we also listen to you as well. Most of the things that we do, most of the policy direction that we take, some of you do not understand that we also get it from you as well. We go through your comments, we go through your suggestions, some of your inboxes, most of you that send us messages, be it on WhatsApp, on Signal, and all the rest of it, we do take on board what you're saying. I thank each and every one of you, Biafrans all over the world, even non-Biafrans alike, and also our Ududua brethren, and those of them that are now coming up in the Middle Belt. I can assure you, things are going to happen there very, very shortly. Let us pray. I am going to pray, as I do on most Fridays, a very simple prayer, our Lord's Prayer, to reaffirm that Elohim the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the author and the finisher, is the name above every other name. This is a prayer that we sometimes take for granted, but it was prayed by Yeshua to his disciples when they asked him, please, Rabbi, teach us how to pray. And Jesus Christ prayed thus: Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Our Father who art in heaven. Our Father, Jesus said, our Father who art in heaven, signifying that there is no other God like thee. There is no other creator like thee. You are not two, you are not three, you are not four, you are indivisible and you are God. Hallowed be thy name, which means your name is above every other name. Jesus Christ prayed and said, hallowed be the name of my Father in heaven, which means the Father in heaven is above every other name. Let thy kingdom come as we are fighting for in the land of Biafra. Thy will be done in the land of Biafra as it is in heaven, because Biafra is the kingdom of heaven upon the face of this very earth. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. But I'm not sure about the governors. Lead us not into temptation. Please deliver us from evil. For you also, Elohim, is the kingdom, every power and every glory, now and forevermore we pray. As I said before to those who are watching on my page, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Official, Facebook will kick out some of you. You will be suppressed eventually. It will come down, now standing at, it was at 2.6 before, we've now gone down to 2.3. They will eventually bring it down to below 100. That is what they do. And very, very sadly, these are young men and women from right across southern Nigeria doing this nonsense for Facebook. Very, very sad indeed. And may Fulani Janjaweed, terrorists, find you and behead you wherever you are, because you people are foolish. You are the ones encouraging the zoo to be as idiotic as they are with your foolishness. But you think you're doing your job. But what you're doing is inimical. It is very, very dangerous, and allow us to preach. Yesterday evening, Miyetti Allah issued their usual idiotic, nonsensical threat to this very noble family of IPOB all over the world. From the utterances that the fool made of Miyetti Allah, that very fourth deadliest terror group in the world, they are now number 2, deadliest in the world. The people singularly responsible for the spate of insecurity in the damnable zoological republic. Yet they have the guts to open their mouth. Nobody has arrested them. DSS cannot invite them because they come from the tribe that is in control of everything. Not that they know how to do anything at all, maybe apart from moving cattle from place to place, if you consider that as a worthwhile endeavor. The only thing they know to do is to loot, to steal, to pillage, to kill, to land grab, to rape, to kidnap, and also to run the economy into the ground. The Fulani Janjaweed has nothing to bring to the table, and as soon as some of you idiotic Nigerians understand this, the better for all of you. There was also a picture of them sharing money somewhere, anyway, but we'll get to that later. These stupid Miyetti Allah people think that we are like their lackeys and those quislings that you call Southeast governors. They think that perhaps Biafraland is Upper Benue State, where they can do whatever they like. Perhaps Miyetti Allah thinks that we are like those of them in Ogun State that they pursued into Benin Republic on exile, or should I say as refugees. Nobody has called Miyetti Allah or invited them for questioning, for making very hateful and insightful statements. Or should I say, for attempting to take the laws into their own hands. If it was Obadiah Mailafia or anybody, in fact, from the Middle Belt or from the South, by now, the DSS, the police, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force would have invited them to come and give a statement. Your so-called security agencies will be seeking to arrest them, but it seems to us that Miyetti Allah can kill, nobody can arrest them, they can say whatever they like, and nobody can touch them. Painfully and very sadly, even the fools who are working for Facebook in the zoo called Nigeria, some of you are still taking sides with these people by reaffirming that somehow you are part of one Nigeria. I want all of you to understand what you're doing to yourselves. You must understand what you're doing to yourselves and come to the realization very, very quickly, I'm praying for, that Nigeria is unworkable. The zoo called Nigeria is unworkable, can never ever work. I want Mieti Allah to understand this very carefully, that the time in the past when you kill Biafran people, when you issue your threats to the likes of Omahi and you see them quaking because they are your slaves, do not think that because you can control Igbo governors, don't think that because you can control all the governors from the east, that somehow you can control the great and noble family of IPOB with your stupid, idiotic threats. It can never ever work. So I am warning you, if you kill one person, 10 of you will die. For one person you kill, 10 of you will die. I'm talking about even in the north. Even in the north, you will die there. You fools from the foothills of the Futajalon, you think that somehow we are joking. You think we are messing around with your zoo. You are in very serious trouble. In very, very serious trouble. Fulani, you always think that you're very smart. I'm sure people will say, why do you talk about Fulani all the time? Because they are the problem of Nigeria. Fulani is the problem of Nigeria. Their idiocy, their backwardness, their primitivity, and their conquistador mentality, they think because they overran Hausa people, they think because they overran the Hausa nation, somehow it is going to be that way with the rest of the people. They think because they overtook the Gwari people and swallowed them up. They think because the Biron people are in their pocket. They think because they have exerted inordinate influence over the Jukun people. They think that because they have emasculated the Nupe people. They think that because they took a Lauren from Yoruba people, somehow they can bring the same nonsense to the East. They can bring the same rubbish to the East. Somebody should go and tell these idiots, I don't care if they control the presidency, if it is theirs. I don't care if Britain is supporting them. I don't give a damn if they have been to China. I don't care what amount of money they may have given to Obama to get the United States of America to support them. I don't give a damn. They also bleed because they are human. These idiots who are badly educated think they can come to our land to dictate to us how to live, to tell us where their cattle should graze. That is arrant nonsense. It cannot happen. It cannot in our time. It can never ever happen. Go and tell those idiots. We are not the useless, idiotic governors you have in the East. That if you tell them jump, they say, oh, Mieti Allah, how high? Rubbish. And any governor anywhere in the East working with any Mieti Allah in their cabinet, that governor is in very serious trouble from this very morning. From this morning. If you do not know, they are the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the world. The fourth deadliest terror group in the world. Go and search for it online. Go and Google it. You will see everything that I'm telling you to be correct. We are not going to suffer fools gladly anymore. These idiots, they think they are smart. But they are not as smart as they think they are. I read, of course, I wouldn't say with trepidation, I read with a great deal of amusement yesterday when the Sultan of Sokoto and the ruler of Yoruba people in terms of religion, because if you are a Yoruba person, also spiritually, the Sultan of Sokoto is your ruler, is your religious leader, if you don't understand. They went to Yoruba once again, as they always do. And this very morning, I keep sending out this warning to Yoruba people. Those who have not keyed into the Oduduwa agenda of liberation and self-determination, that you are doing yourselves a great disservice because you are impervious, you are ignorant of history. What happened to you in the past, mark today is the 30th day of April 2021, is going to happen to you again, unless you retrace your steps now and start reasoning like human beings, or start reasoning like the educated people that we all think that you are. You have allowed the Sultan of Sokoto to share the same platform with the Oni of Ife, with a few other Yoruba notable sons and daughters. That was 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. in Lagos. There was the launch of a book titled Islam in Yoruba Land. They have come again, Yoruba people. You people never ever learn anything. I am so sorry to say this. A majority, not should I say, a sizable majority of people from the East are Judeo-Christians. We don't have any Muslims in our land. Only those who are criminally minded, looking for the Janjaweed to give them some money. There are no genuine Muslims in the East. I want the Yoruba to listen to what I'm saying this morning very, very carefully. But nobody can come and tell us they are launching a book on Christianity and Biafra as a way to further British neo-colonial interest and hegemony over our people. Let me repeat what I'm saying. The fact that a majority of Biafrans are Judeo-Christians, Christians in the main, some with allegiance to Rome, some with allegiance to Canterbury, some of them with allegiance to the new wave Pentecostalism that emanated from the United States of America. It does not mean that anybody seeking to enslave us using religion or using the Bible can now come and write a book, maybe go to Enugu or Iguacha or where, and tell us, oh, please calm down. You know, try to be comfortable in your very, should I say, unhealthy and slavish condition because there is some kind of attachment between us. You are Christians and we are also Christians. We are not foolish and we're not stupid. And I don't expect the Yoruba race to be this stupid. Listen to why I'm saying this. They know that the zoo, Nigeria, is at breaking point. They understand that young men and women have risen up, and elders as well, because Professor Akinto is not a youth anymore. That they have risen up. That there is this new movement of Yoruba consciousness towards self-determination and self-rule. They understand that. What have the Fulanis done? Once again, they have brought Islam. The same thing they used during NSAS to divide us in Lagos. They have come again. They have brought Islam once again. Because they invited the Sultan of Sokoto, who is the head of every Yoruba Muslim, a position, the Sultanate, the seat of the Sultan of Sokoto is a stool that no Yoruba person can ever occupy in perpetuity. Yet this man who is Fulani, not even indigenous to Nigeria, is coming to Lagos to tell them that somehow that they are one, they are the same people. They came through the back door. You know, in Nigeria, they always use three things. Or should I say, even two. They use ethnicity, tribe, and they use religion. And it always works because we are tribal people by nature. You must bear with me this morning. I have to preach, please. I must preach this morning. Please, you must bear with me. Later on, I open the lines. They went for a book launch in Yoruba Land in Lagos. Islam in Yoruba Land, history, education, and culture. You would think they are there to campaign, to talk about Islam as a religion. Rubbish. They are there to remind Yoruba people, you people are also Muslims. We, the Fulani Janjaweed, we are also Muslims. Let's combine together against the East. In other words, they have gone again to try to I wouldn't call it emotional blackmail, to try to bribe the Yoruba race with the perverse reasoning that somehow Yoruba and the Fulani are related. Unfortunately and very sadly, Yoruba media are encouraging this. Once again, they are encouraging this absolute pathetic attempt by the Fulani Janjaweed to stop you from becoming free. They know they cannot stop us. It's too late for them. Now what they're trying to do is to see if they can build a religious, no, should I say an alliance based on religion, on religious sentiment, not even on religion, based on religious sentiment with Yoruba people. Nobody asked the Sultan of Sokoto, West was in Lagos, are you aware that the daughter of Pa Fashoranti, the Yoruba leader, was killed a while back? Are you aware that your own people, you're coming here to tell us about religion, Islam, how Yoruba and the Fulani are one, courtesy of Islam? Have you forgotten that you people are in our forests? Nobody from Yoruba land asked the Sultan of Sokoto, have you forgotten that your own terrorists from across the Sahel are in our forests, killing us and taking over our land? I tweeted about a couple that they killed in Ondo State, or is it in Ekiti? It's on my Twitter page. Go to my Twitter, you'll see it. And for those of you who are not on Twitter, shame on all of you. Shame on all of you. If you're not on Twitter and following each other, shame on all of you. You don't know what freedom fighting is all about in this new age. You don't know that. They came to Yoruba land, they accepted them. And I know what their fear is, because you know me, I have to speak the truth. I love the Yorubas immensely. And even more, those of them who are agitating for freedom. But that is not going to stop me from speaking the truth. Anybody who knows me and this very platform knows that we are squeaky clean, whiter than white and whiter than snow. We always speak the truth, regardless of who is affected. That is the mandate I have from heaven, to preach this truth without fear before any bagger. I don't care who you are. I must tell you the truth, please. Because I love you, I have to tell you the truth. You people are not helping matters. The Yoruba race is responsible for what is happening in Nigeria through their acquiescence, accepting this rubbish that the North always dishes out because they are afraid maybe that if we leave Nigeria, allow Nigeria to collapse, they will no longer have access to oil and gas, and that is rubbish. Everybody along the west coast of Africa, unless they already have oil, will receive oil and gas from Biafraland for free. I said for free, because we are not doing anything with oil and gas. We are more intelligent than that to be depending on a natural resource. Japan has nothing. I think they have the third largest economy in the world, if not the fourth. They have not one single natural resource. In Japan, the greatest natural resource you can ever have, I've preached this a lot of times, is your brain. We don't need the stupid oil and gas. After all, it's carbon. It's fossil fuel. It is killing people, choking their lungs in Iguacha, and people are dying every blessed day. It is outdated. Nobody wants to be burning fossil fuel. Nobody wants that. Nobody at all. After all, it leads to global warming. Who needs to bequeath an earth that is ravaged to generations unborn? I am not a believer in the flaring or in the burning of carbon or fossil fuel. Not at all. So we're not doing anything with it. For those of you doing your agitation based on, should I say, resource control, based on, hey, I want to have access to the oil in my backyard. You are fools. The greatest resource you have is your brain. And I want my Yoruba brethren to listen very, very carefully this morning. This preaching is not about them, but I want them to understand the subterfuge, this very subtle attempt by the Fulani to infiltrate them and render them useless and to make them become irrelevant in the scheme of things in time to come. Fulani are in your forests, killing you. Fulani went to Ogun State and drove you into Benin Republic. Yoruba people are refugees in Benin Republic today. Almost 60% of Yoruba land and their forests have been taken over by these people. The same man coming to preach to you about how Islam came to Yoruba land, how you are one, how you must come together to forestall any breakup of Nigeria. And you claim you went to school and that your brain cells are still working. That is what some of them claim. But sometimes I have reason to doubt it. I have reason to doubt if they can actually reason properly. They came to talk about Islam, history, education, and culture by the Muslim Ummah of southwest of Nigeria. Muslim Ummah of southwest of Nigeria, which means Yoruba land. By that, what they mean is that if you can bring the Oni of Ife, bring Obasanjo, bring Osibajo, bring all these, should I say, illustrious Yoruba sons and daughters together under this umbrella, it will reinforce that very false narrative that the Yorubas are more related to the Fulanis than any other people. Try to understand their game plan. All of them were there. Bola Tinubu was there, but after all, he's a Muslim. Now, they said they came to talk about religion and culture. Understand this, not to Abikon. Try to listen very carefully. They said they came to Lagos to talk about culture, tradition, education, how Islam came to Yoruba land, but all their speeches were about the rising agitations and dissatisfaction across the country, which they attributed to illiteracy and misinformation in the land. That is how these people regard you. They think that you cannot reason for yourselves. They think that we are all very foolish. They do not even believe that we are capable of sitting down and even feeding ourselves ordinary food. That is why people can wake up in the morning, given how the Fulanis have destroyed Nigeria, given their, should I say, Janjaweed tendencies to conquer and take over people's land. They think that the reason why people are agitating to be free is because we are illiterates and we are misinformed. They are the ones who are the illiterates. Obasanjo is the illiterate, Osibanjo is the illiterate, the Sultan of Sokoto. These are the irredeemable illiterates you have in that zoo. Foolish, idiotic people. Old men reasoning like baboons in the forest. Let me ask these people who claim that the reason for our agitation is illiteracy and misinformation. Are you educated more than we are? Is there any Fulani man that went to school, or should I say, as erudite, as composed, as educated as people in the South? Just name one person, I'm asking you. If the Fulanis were educated, as the Sultan is trying to make us believe, because they believe in one Nigeria, Nigeria is benefiting them, they can take over our land, take over our oil, take over our gas, take over our lives. That is what they want. And people are saying no to it. Now you're calling us illiterate for saying that you cannot colonize us, you cannot take over our land. You think we are stupid? These idiots that gathered in Lagos, do you think we are foolish? I'm asking you. Illiteracy and misinformation. Sultan of Sokoto is the illiterate. A stark Fulani Janjaweed illiterate. These fools that went from Yoruba land to go and dine with this animal, they are the illiterates. And I will tell you why they are the illiterates. Let me ask you a question. There are 3 cardinal things that man needs to survive on this very earth. Food, clothing, and shelter. 3 basic. This is as old as man itself. They are very, very basic. In every country around the world that lays a claim to civility, that claims they are advanced, that claims that they are enlightened, they provide these 3 basic needs: food, clothing, and shelter. What do I mean? In the Japans of this world, in South Korea, let me say in the whole of the Far East of Asia, all the Asian tigers that you call them, every advanced country in the world, you are only homeless if you want to be homeless. Why? Because there are jobs. When there are no jobs, you can access state welfare benefits to buy food, to buy clothing, not the designer ones, and to make sure that you pay for shelter. In the United Kingdom, where I hold their citizenship, there's something called housing benefit. It is open to everybody. Once you lose your job, you apply for housing benefit. United Kingdom can claim to be civilized. In the USA, they even have welfare and they have food stamps. If you're hungry, there's a payment they may call food stamps, because the government understands that a hungry man is an angry man. At least let him or her have some food to eat first of all. Follow me very carefully this morning. Every country that claims to be civilized, you must provide food, shelter, and clothing for your people. I'm not saying for free. Where housing becomes affordable, it is considered universal provision. When people lose their jobs, they have access to benefits, to state welfare payments and system. That is considered taking care of your people. I want to ask those who are against our agitation, do you provide food for the people who are hungry? Do you provide shelter? I'm not talking about employment. Let's leave employment to one side. I want to ask the Sultan of Sokoto and all those idiots he's been cavorting with, telling us that our agitation is fueled by illiteracy and ignorance. Are you a learned man? I'm asking the Sultan of Sokoto. As idiotic as you are you a learned man? You're dressing like an Arab. Are you an Arab man? Are you Arab? I'm asking you. You are from a tribe of pastoralists. You move cattle. You don't know what having a shelter is all about because you are nomadic by nature. So when people in the south are clamoring for shelter, you will not understand it. You are Fulani, you are a nomad, you are a Janjaweed, you know nothing about settling down anywhere. That is number one. Number two, you claim that what we are doing is fueled by misinformation. Are you telling me that the Mieti are killing people and driving us away or intending to drive us away from our land, that we don't know what we are doing? We are reading it wrongly. So, Fashiranti's daughter, the Yoruba leader that you killed, you Sultan of Sokoto, because all of you are part and parcel of this wave of terrorism in the zoo. Are you saying that we should not be conscious of that? Are you saying that when you come, bring your terrorists from across the Sahel to come into our land to occupy it? Forcibly. That we should keep quiet? Is that what you're saying? So by keeping quiet, we are now informed. When we speak against all these things, we are ill-informed. That is how stupid and backwards you Janjaweed people are. Religion is a thing of choice. You can't force anybody to adhere. That is why even the Western world abandoned the debate over religion. Because religion makes men mad. Allow people to worship whatever they want to worship. It is their business. You cannot convince them. As where I come from is called Onyenachia. You and your God. How your God talks to you in spirit is how you're going to behave. Nobody is entitled to encroach into that very space. If it was the original brand of Islam that you're bringing, maybe perhaps I may even begin to listen to you. But you are a Wahhabi. You are a Janjaweed. You believe in spreading your religion through conquest and war, and you want to bring it into my land. Your forebears tried that about 300 years ago, and they failed at the plains of Benue. And you have failed, and you will continue to fail. And for daring to attribute people's struggle for survival, for you to attribute our agitation and self-determination to illiteracy and misinformation goes to show that you are the one who is an illiterate and you are the one who is misinformed. I'm talking about the stupid, idiotic Sultan of Sokoto. A smelly rat that can't even wash 2 times in a day. Not even 2 times in a day. All he does is to perfume himself morning and night. You people think you can bring your armies into our land to take over our land from us? Is that what you think? You can run to Yoruba all you like. It's the Yorubas that have time to listen to your garbage and to your nonsense. It's the Yoruba that can listen to such rubbish. And for the likes of Punch newspaper that carry this very news, I feel sorry for some of you. Some Yoruba media, they think they're very smart, they're intelligent, they think they are somehow very smart. We'll keep doing this and then Tinubu will get into power and we'll begin to enjoy. How mistaken all of you are. Because you are going to be consumed. They said more needs to be done. This is what, according to the stupid conference they had in Lagos, more needs to be done in teaching younger Nigerians about the nation's history. What is the nation's history? What history is that? Is Nigeria a nation? Do you claim we are suffering from illiteracy and misinformation? You as a sultan don't even know the meaning of nation. You have no idea what a nation is all about. And I will educate you. Because you're a Janjaweed, you're not learned. Some of you illiterate traditional rulers, you think that somehow you are smart. You can outsmart everybody else. But you cannot. Because you people are the ones who are illiterate. All of you are illiterate in the zoo. Everybody, once you rise up and you say you're a Nigerian, I know that some of you is the exact reason why white people treat us with contempt and disdain every place. And I don't blame them. You know me, I don't believe in racism. A white man can be as racist as he likes towards us. I don't give a damn because we brought it upon ourselves. Our stupidity stinks, I'm telling you the truth. When you have idiots like the Sultan of Sokoto prancing all over the place, the idiot doesn't work. Not one single day does he go to, he does nothing. As a sultan, he cannot stop even the terrorism and insurgency ravaging the north. But he's coming to the south to come and preach to you idiots in Lagos, and you're listening to that fool. You're listening to him. That idiot. Ask yourself, what has this fool done for us? Do we have electricity in the zoo? Even the employment that those that went before tried to establish, these idiots now in power, they ruined everything. No refinery is working, which means that no graduate of petroleum engineering will ever find a job in Nigeria as long as you allow these fools to continue to deceive you about your stupid one Nigeria. We are illiterates, and they are the ones who are learned. Learned. It's only enough, all this nonsense, what an elderly man saw sitting down. What have you done? If you collection of idiotic elders have done anything, at least by now, there will be electricity, there will be no insurgency, there will be no terrorism. Fulani will not be running all over the place looking for who to savagely kill and slaughter. You people are failures. All of you are failures. Claiming your elders, elder statesman, elder this. You are all failures. Do you know how pathetic some of you are? When you're sick, you travel abroad. You have contributed nothing to the advancement of the society you claim you are an elder over. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now I understand the reason why. Little white kids, look at in Oyiboland or in white man's countries, even in Asia. All this elderly rubbish doesn't exist. Now I understand why they're moving forward. Look at Africa, we are starting to elder this, elder that, elder that. We are all impoverished and very poor. In abroad, a child will look at you and say, hey, good morning, Nnamdi. If you will not answer, go to hell. They don't give a damn. They are going to work. They are going to the moon. They are going to Mars. They are making things happen. They are building mobile phones that you want. All the latest gadgets you want and pray for, they are doing it. You are in Africa doing elder. Ask yourself, this man that wants or woman that wants respect, what has he or she ever done for me? What have you done for us? Those of you gathering in Lagos and claiming you are, those people agitating, they lack history. Let me ask the Sultan and all the idiots at that very conference. Let me ask a simple question. Who took away history from schools? Is it the youths that took it away? People who are agitating now for freedom, were they the ones that took away history from schools? In your so-called nation, zoo, Nigeria. That is not a nation, of course. Do you see, I don't know how people reason. Ask those claiming they are elders. What I saw sitting down, you cannot see standing up. What have you done for me? Name one thing you have done for me. You use your age to try to bully people. I am older than the Sultan of Sokoto. He's a little boy. It's because of that stupid bedsheet he ties on his head. You think he's old. He's a little boy. That idiot is a little boy. A little boy. Fulani will see madness they have never seen before. Fulani, by the time we are done in this very battle, I'm telling you the truth, the Hausa peasants will rise against you. You'll be returned to the Futajalan from whence you came. It is the Yoruba that is indulging you. Yoruba people are the ones indulging Fulani. Yoruba is the ones indulging you people. Without Yoruba, you cannot have the mouth to talk rubbish all the time. Elder, my foot. You're a little boy with a bedsheet on your head. You claim you're an elder. What stupid elder are you? I'm asking you. Are you a scholar of Islam? All of you idiots in the north. What do you know about Islam? I ask you. What do you know? Do you know it was Islam that brought algebra into mathematics? Do you know it was Islam that gave us even ice cream that you're licking today? Do you know that ice cream came from the Arabs? Are you aware of that? You know nothing, you idiots claiming you are scholars. You know nothing about Islam. Do you know about the medical advances that Islam brought to mankind? Do you know that Islam and the old Sultanate, are you aware that they funded education? Are you aware that those people were at the cutting edge of science? I'm talking about Islam, yes. Cutting edge of science. For those of you, you same Sultan, you idiots, we are the ones supporting Boko Haram, saying no to Western education. That going to school is not very good. I'm asking you, do you know that the mathematics you write today, algebra, do you know that algebra is an invention of Islamic education? You know, you don't even know all these things because you're foolish. You need to remove that bandage, that bedsheet you tie on your head so that oxygen, fresh air can hit your brain. You people are sick. And to all those people in Yoruba land, you keep allowing all this nonsense all the time. You think you can cheat the East. Let us align with them. You can cheat the East. so that we can keep taking oil and gas for free. Your forests are gone. Your people are now refugees in Benin Republic. By the time they are done with you, a Lauren will be a child's play. You know, in life, sometimes you can take vindictiveness so far and not any further. What Yoruba journalists are doing, and some of them who are aligned to Tinubu's camp because of 2023, is that you are destroying the future of the Yoruba race. Because people have tried this same nonsense you're doing now. They have tried it before and they failed. You are trying the same old thing, and Fulani will swallow you. Fulani, future generations will make reference to this broadcast. As the same way that saying, when I warned you before, almost 7 years ago, that they will come to take your land, did you believe me? When I said that the Fulanis were preparing to take over our land, did any of you believe me? Some said I was a madman. The same way they're saying today that those who are fighting for the truth in Nigeria, that they're misinformed. You are telling us that history should come back to schools. And I'm asking the Sultan, was it not you people that took away history from schools? Because if you teach history in schools, I'm telling you, by the age of 15, everybody will become radicalized. They will despise you. When you have failed over the years, you're now hiding under your age. But whereas you are in your early 50s, you're a young boy. The Sultan is a young boy, deceiving all of you. And you're falling for it, idiots everywhere. And this UG. No wonder a white man can kneel on your neck in America and kill you. No wonder they can come to Africa and bring virus to experiment on us. We are useless, beyond useless. I'm telling you the truth. Black people are useless. Useless. Listening to fools like that. And your life is a misery. Somebody is telling you, you are a graduate in a country where there is no concerted effort to create employment for people. And you telling me that you believe in such a country. Is that what you're telling me? Everywhere in the world, every government is discussing, how do we grow the economy? Why do you think every blessed day when the economy contracts, people are complaining? Because they know they need jobs for their people. Once there is a recession or contraction of the economy, people begin to lament. You can see it on your television screens. Why do you think white people complain each time the economy appears to be shrinking? Because they know if we do not provide jobs for people, if people are hungry, if they have nowhere to sleep, we are going to have bandits. Simple and short. You think they give you social security because they love you? No, not at all. It's so you will not become a nuisance. All these things are lost on black people. Lost on black people. The type of God that made you people, I have no idea. Somebody responsible for taking away history from schools is going to Lagos and telling you we must bring back history. People are misinformed. Whereas it is the idiot and his people that took away history from schools. And that is the type of country that you're telling me you're proud of. May God have mercy upon your souls. But you people are idiotic. Very, very idiotic. The Muslim leader said it has become imperative for stakeholders to rise up and devise policies that will bring to the barest minimum the issues of misinformation. Misinformation. The idiot. These are the same people that closed down 4 refineries. 4. Each refinery could have employed nothing less than 10,000 people. If you studied economics as I did, you know something called economies of scale. That is not just the refinery that will provide jobs for people. Even those selling mama put along the road will also benefit from it. They came, shut down the refineries, no jobs for people. In Omoahia, my hometown, ceramics is not working. I think somebody said that Dunlop factory, is it Michelin factory, somewhere around the Ikeja has been turned into a church. They close down a factory, they set up a church inside the factory to pray for jobs. And you're telling me that black people are okay in the brain. Are they normal? A place where people used to go to work before, a jobs provider, they shut it down through their idiotic, backward, retrogressive, Janjaweed policies of the Fulani Caliphate. Now, these hungry ravenous vultures called pastors and preachers of the word will now go and take it, convert it into a church. And you go to that place to pray for a job. Huh? These black people. Oh my God in heaven. Anyway, I said I would stop preaching, but Elohim said I must preach. And that's what I'm doing. They said issues of national importance are being left in the hands of ignorant and illiterate citizens who are bent on setting up the country in flames through negative narratives. They're talking about us. They're talking about me. First of all, Nigeria is not a nation. You people are the ones who are ill-informed because you're not educated. None of you are, none of you. Forget all that rubbish. You're not educated. As I say, where I come from, passing 6 is not passing sense. There is something called common sense, which none of you possess. Anybody coming out in the zoo called Nigeria, with the exception of Paya Debanjo and Mbazulika Mechi, if you're coming out and saying you're an elder this, elder that, I look at you as an idiot. If you're an elder, how come we don't have any running water? You went to school. You know everything. I'm asking the stupid Sultan. How come there's no running water in your village where you come from? Are you not using generator? Maybe 10 kVA, 4 generators. You're not ashamed of yourself. Illiteracy. You people are the ones who are illiterate. That is why Ushibaja can accept to be relegated to the background, because he wants to survive. Cowards have no role to play in the corridors of power. Had Ushibaja not been a natural born coward, he would have been the president of Nigeria, because Buhari is dead. You all know that the idiot is dead, buried in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. And you continue to condone idiocy and rubbish, trying to turn the narrative upside down. You've forgotten we are alive. Somebody should go and tell the Sultan of Sokoto and his side chick, Tinubu. All this nonsense you fools are doing was in the past, when there was no means of communication. When you controlled NTA, controlled everybody, as you're still controlling the likes of Punch newspaper today. Yoruba journalism is a disease. Yoruba journalism is a curse. It is a disease. They have no business being in journalism. Journalism is not meant for cowards. You must rise up to write the truth. Look at Delegiwa. He wrote the truth and he spoke the truth. Delegiwa. After him, all this nonsense you have, they are no longer journalists anymore. Anywhere brown envelope goes, they pursue it. These idiots should stop talking rubbish. They are talking about security challenges. Our country is facing it. Who brought insecurity into Nigeria? Fulani. They are the ones lecturing us on insecurity. And all of you from the South and Middle Belt, you sit down and you gobble up this rubbish every day. None of you have the courage to ask them. But excuse me, sir. Who brought insecurity into Nigeria? Is it not you? Who started land grabbing? Your cattle destroying people's crops. All the massacres in Jos, in southern Kaduna. Whose fault is it? Maitasina. From one extremist group to another. From one Islamic sect intent on killing people to another. Who brought all these things into the zoo? With your wrong interpretation of the Quran. Do you know that when I was in prison, I used to study the Quran? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? I used to study the Quran. You idiots who think you're smart, but you're not. I want to ask, everywhere you go, insecurity in our land. I saw that old fool, that old lying fool, without shame, removed 10 years from his age. So that he now gave birth to his daughter when he was 9 years old. And all of you animals in Nigeria, all of you baboons in Nigeria, all you monkeys in Nigeria, you get up every day and you swallow whatever nonsense they give you. Look at Tinubu, he's 69. A liar, a cocaine pusher, a drug pusher, certificate forger, University of Toronto. Is the one you people are eulogizing because you have no morals. Some sections of Yoruba land, they have no morals. No morals, no morals. A man who can get up in the morning and cut his age by 10 years, such a person is not worthy to be spoken about. Not worthy. You elect a criminal like that into, or they read themselves into power and you expect to change. Are you not foolish? This one, I must preach this gospel. It's from heaven and I must preach it. As painful as it sounds, I must preach it. So that Mietiala and their who is the grand patron of Mietiala? The same Sultan. The same Sultan. Grand patron to the 4th most deadly terror group in the world. He's coming to lecture us on how to be good. Hey, Bible. I wouldn't say Ekwensu because Ekwensu is not the devil. We must find a name for Ekwensu. Ekwensu is not the devil. But for the purposes of our gospel, so that this generation can understand it, we sometimes use Ekwensu. But Ekwensu is not the devil or Lucifer. We must find a name for it. We must find a name for it. There is nothing like security challenges in Nigeria, because the same people that brought the insecurity are the ones telling you to be good. What Fulani means by you people should be good is so you should accept all the nonsense that they are doing. They will kill you and take over your land and you will not talk. Then you're a good Nigerian. Oh dear me. Now listen. There is nothing called insecurity in Nigeria. It is a case of bad government. Why do I say that? Because let us start from the known to the unknown. Rather than even expanding the industrial base of Nigeria, they embarked upon shutting everything down. They kept devaluing the currency that now, from 86 kobo to $1, listen, from 86 kobo to $1, it is now 500 naira to $1. Who caused it? Bad government by Fulani people. But they are blaming all of us. Insecurity. Security. Bring in more Air Force. Bring in more armor tank. Bring in... You will never hear them say, let us create jobs. Let us build houses. Let us introduce a social welfare package that will benefit everybody. Let us eradicate all these bottlenecks that corruption has created. No, never. It's insecurity. China, come and help us. US, come. UK, come. Insecurity. They think those people are foolish. Do you think that had China treated its people the same way you're treating your so-called foolish Nigerians, that China will be great today for you to be running to them? Chinese government will stand up and say, we want to create 1 million billionaires in the next 10 years. Even the man announcing this very initiative will not benefit from it, because he understands that if it is well with other people, it's also well with me. And that is how Biafra is going to be built. If it is well with your neighbor, it is well with you. And it is something a black man can never understand. And that is why we are poor. And that is why we are victims of racism. And that is why our life is so shambolic and messy as it is today. In Africa, of course, not just in the zoo, but the whole of Africa. This morning, I want to let the whole world understand this, because the whole world is listening. There are 3 sets of idiots in Nigeria responsible for the insecurity that we're experiencing. These 3 sets of idiots, they are the ones aiding and abating the murderous Fulani Janjaweed terrorists in this very APC regime that we are being forced to endure. 3 people are indulging them. Without these 3 sets of people, the Fulanis won't exist. And I'll tell you who they are this morning. And I will start with the number 1. The first group, somebody a while back referred to them as the sophisticated morons. Education to knowing everything. But in the main, they are idiotic. Very, very idiotic. Very, very idiotic. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. You must understand what the whole zoo is all about. You must understand what the whole zoo is all about. And that's what we are preaching this very morning. Because they think that, you see, Fulani Janjaweed, they think they are very, very smart. but they are using your stupidity to appear very smart. The first group of people indulging Fulani, the reason why you have insecurity in the zoo called Nigeria, the reason why your life is a misery, the reason why your future and your entire existence has been handed over to the Fulani is because of these sophisticated morons from Yorubaland. You see them writing all the time, their columns, maybe in Punch or Tribune or Vanguard or Sun or Harry Potter's. Sophisticated, as idiotic as ever. They are the first set. And instead, these are the people responsible for bringing the late Buhari into power. You know, it's now that I know, like a harlot Ashawo. You know, Ashawo has no shame. It's now that I know that Nigerians are Ashawo. I'm telling you, they have no shame. Ashawo can hold you in the morning and say, pay me in a roundabout. She doesn't care. As long as you pay her. The same way that Nigerian politicians behave and Nigerians in the men, they behave, they have a harlot mentality. They have no shame. You know, I'm telling you the truth. They have no shame. And I'll tell you why they have no shame. Everybody, even a child born today, understand that the people that is responsible for the misery we are going through are those that brought Buhari into power in 2015. Who are those that brought Buhari into power in 2015? Sophisticated morons from Yorubaland. The same set of idiots. They have no shame. Instead of recoiling in shame and apologizing for imposing the disaster that is the late Buhari or the most foolish set of 200 million people since creation. Instead of apologizing. Instead of Tinubu to go back and say, oh, I'm very sorry. I brought this misery upon all of you. I am so sorry. Without, like, a former cocaine pusher. Somebody that peddles cocaine, they have no shame. They can do anything for money and influence. These idiots, they even have their effrontery. Shameless political harlots from Yorubaland. You have the effrontery to be talking about electing the same idiot that brought the late Buhari to power. The same fool. So if he has any ideas to improve your lives, why can't you tell the Kaba that is ruling the zoo to implement it? This is there. That is why I say sometimes that parochialism is a very, 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 very deadly disease. And that is something that Yoruba suffer from. Parochialism. They are blind to the truth. Most of them are. That is why I thank God for this generation of Yoruba agitators. I thank God for them. Sometimes a sophisticated moron, they think they are smart. They think they are very clever. They think they can manipulate the situation because they control the media. We can twist the narrative. But not in this day and age of social media. New age media, you cannot do it anymore. Is this not the same man that brought this unmitigated disaster of a regime, APC, to power? The same idiot who want you to vote for him. And I'm sure some of you will ignorantly and foolishly campaign for him to become a president of a zoo that won't even exist in 2023. I am telling you the truth. I can't massage it. If you know me, you will know me. I always speak the truth. If I love you, I will even tell you the bitterest truth. If I don't care about you, I will just leave you to wallow in your ignorance. But if you listen to our gospel, you will change. You will know it is the truth. The same set of idiots, certificate forging, cocaine pushing, lying fool in Tinubu that brought this disaster upon all of you. When he comes out to speak, you listen to him. That means you're a fool. Then let me tell you about the second set of people. Let me finish with the Yoruba media. It was Yoruba media, despite the overwhelming evidence that Buhari is a disaster, that went on to say that Buhari should be elected. Even Wole Soyinka, as learned as he is, that saw what Buhari did in 1983. You know that Buhari is a conniving, thieving, sanctimonious bastard. You know that very well. Tinubu still went, even Soyinka. They thought they are spiting the East. Okay, let us spite them. Jonathan, let us spite them. Look at the disaster you brought. I don't expect any Yoruba politician or prominent son or daughter to even come on the public to be speaking. They should be ashamed of themselves. Shame should cover their faces. If they're being honest. But they're not honest. I thank God for Yoruba One Voice. I thank God for the likes of Professor Akintoye, a man amongst men. Professor Akintoye. People agitating for freedom. The Gani Adams of this world, the Igbohos of this world, they must rise up now and take over their space. Can't you see what we did in the East? Can any of these so-called idiotic elders speak? They cannot, because we have such them. We know they are not elders. They are called OKA Sona Banyenaji. They are the type of elders that when you leave them with their granddaughter, they'll be molesting her sexually. Calling themselves elders. Wicked, evil men hiding under their age to perpetrate evil. Gani Adams, as another Kokonfo of Yoruba land, must rise up now. Work with Professor Akintoye and Igbo, young and vibrant, to liberate your people. You people are quiet, all this thing, punch newspaper, tribune, writing, colloquium, seloquium, all this rubbish, launching of book with the same sultan that killed the daughter of Biafraland. Oh dear me. Let me go to the second most deadliest serpent in the zoo. They are the intellectuals from the East. Serpentine and deadly. Equally as deadly as Yoruba sophisticated morons writing junk every day. These people are they have no influence. So the only place where an intellectual has an influence is dampening the spirit of his own people. He will never fight for his right. Never. His job is to identify those who are struggling to survive and to make it easier for the Fulani to overrun them by, first of all, dampening their spirit. Now, listen. This second group is equally as deadly. They are from the East. They are mostly Igbo. This hotel mostly Igbo, living in Abuja and in Lagos. They were not born in the village, so they don't know they don't even know what it means to be a Biafran. They have no idea what it means to be an Igbo person, what it means to be an Ibibio person, what it means to be a genuine Ijo person, not minding that some of them are a bit not right in the head because of resource control. They're in Abuja and in Lagos, intellectual, very, very poisonous and deadly. They are the ones also aiding and abetting the march of the Janjaweed into our territories. The intellectual fools from the East, mostly Igbo. Like a snake, they are very, very slow and poisonous. They use one horse. Circumstances beyond my control. You think they are with you. They'll be writing, oh, this thing, where we are moving, the Igbo nation, that thing, where we are moving. All pora, lies. Ask them better, how do we... When it comes, ask an intellectual, how do we chase away those Fulani Janjaweed from Ozowani? He will start telling you how to conscientize, how to use education to influence. Okay, rubbish. Talking nonsense. The heavy intellectual in Abuja and in Lagos, every day talking rubbish. Listen there. Sometimes they graduate into politics and they send them to Abuja as a politician in the church Abasa. Like a snake, an Igbo intellectual is as equally as deadly as a Yoruba sophisticated moron. These are the people keeping Fulani in power and making sure that your life is a mystery. You know, I call them the Venus flytrap of the animal kingdom. You know, there's this plant. It eats animals. There's a plant. It opens up its mouth. It secretes something, either some kind of resin or there's some kind of liquid secretion at the bottom. The animals will come and flies. They think it's very sweet. they will go in to go and take maybe the nectar or whatever secretion that this plant has. You know what the plant will do? It's a fellow plant in the forest. They will plant it quietly close. Google it. And eat the animal. But it is pretending, oh, we are all plants. Oh, don't worry, come to me. The way you're pollinating and cross-pollinating, oh, don't worry, come. I will accept you. They open up and you fall in and you die. They dissolve you in their liquid. And they absorb the nutrients from your body. Exactly an Igbo intellectual. That's what they do. Sometimes they may even come onto Facebook to be writing their junk. You ask them, my dear brother or sister, explain this thing to me in simple English. What are you writing about? They don't even know what they are writing. The worst part of intellectualism is that they don't even understand the junk they are writing. All they are writing is to be noticed by Abuja, so somebody can call them and give them some money. That's all. To the detriment of their own people. Intellectualism in the East. Sophisticated Moronism in the West. These are the main backers of Fulani Janjaweedism. They will never rise up to speak the truth and damn the consequences. They secrete their venom, oh dear me, and inject the unsuspecting public with their gibberish, cloaked in what I refer to as indecipherable English, to keep you all ignorant. Poisonous and deadly. Igbo intellectual. Poisonous and deadly. Especially if the fool has a house in Lagos, then it's over. They are the type that will come out against NSAS protesters because their brother is a senior special advisor to a local council chairman. You know, brain of a black man. It's our turn. Let's eat. They have sold their soul to the Janjaweed. An Igbo intellectual. He has no conscience whatsoever. They will sacrifice even their grandmother if that means any political advancement. They will sell her very easily. If the Fulani say, give me, they will say, come and take our, oh, is it my village you want? Take the whole thing, even take my compound. Give me 2 by 2 in Abuja. I will take a chieftaincy title. I will now be traveling with escort. Intellectual. And the third, and perhaps the most hopelessly fools in the zoo encouraging the Fulani are those that are under the burden in the Middle Belt. People of the Middle Belt, for decades, they've been fed a diet of hatred for Igbos and Biafrans. That's the only way the Fulani kept them. You know, being black people, you know, we always gravitate where we can hate people without any reason. For many years, for decades, Igbo man is the problem. Do not support Biafra. They will do this, they will do that. Now, their land has been taken over. They have renamed some places in Benue State to Fulani names. Decades of being fed on a diet of hatred for the Igbos and Biafra. That is why now they are being slaughtered. Apart from Governor Tom, they cannot speak. Because the same level of hatred that we are groomed to heap on Biafrans, Igbos in particular, of course, we are all Biafrans and we are all Igbo people, is what they are now experiencing at the hands of the Janjaweed. They can no longer talk. They are being swallowed alive every day. Only Autumn will come out and shout once in a while and that's it. Olabakwa. They will kill them more. He will come out, he will give a press statement, they will come out again, they will kill them. Sultan will not talk about it. Sultan can go to Lagos and be talking rubbish about religion and education, enlightenment, other rubbish. Sultan will never comment about Fulani people taking over indigenous lands in Benue and killing them. Nobody is talking about Benue people leaving their homes and living in refugee camps. Nobody. Sultan won't. Because they are his people doing the slaughtering and the killing. They are all part and parcel of the agenda to Islamize. That was why they came to my house to kill me. Killed 28 of my men My parents are dead. My dog is dead. Jack. Somebody, thank you very much, my dear brother. What's his name again? Sunside. Sunside Des, he wrote on Instagram. The third set is from the Middle Belt, dining at the table of hatred for Igbo man. For many years, they were fed the same garbage. That somehow hard work and God's blessing merits hatred, like the Jews all over the world. They hated us. Now, the people that taught them how to hate are now hating them. They have nowhere to run to. Let's say it to go now. They have nowhere to run to. Nowhere to run to. Now they understand the pain and the misery of being lied against. Those three groups are the ones holding your zoo called Nigeria together. And the funniest thing is that they think they are learned. That is what I find baffling. They actually think they're intelligent, these sets of idiots. Anyway, don't worry, when the Janja will come. I think there's a new group now coming from Libya. They are coming from Libya now, from the wars ravaging Libya. They are coming, courtesy of Obama. The most useless black man that God ever made is Barack Obama. But we shall get to that later. Fulani, Daily Post. Daily Post in, I don't know if it's in Kaduna or in Canada. I don't know where the publication is. All these Fulani people. Oh dear. I don't know where they got a video from. They said it's a viral video of 19 headers killed in Anambra. And let me reiterate. If I find you in the forest of Biafraland, you will die. So leave acres of columns in your newspaper to report what is going to happen. You can use your intimidation with other people and it will work, not with us. Go and ask those in Asarok how stubborn I am. Maybe Daily Trust or Daily whatever rubbish they call them or Premium Times, they have no idea how stubborn we are. Go to Asarok and ask them about Nnamdi Kanu and how stubborn he is and they will tell you. If I find you in the forest of Biafraland, you will die. If you want to do business, you go to the township. Bring your cattle in a trailer. Park it somewhere. People can go and cut the feed for you in the bush and bring it. Did you see what I don't know if it's Ekiti or Ondo, Ogun State, the governor that imported pregnant cows from America. The cow is in a very beautiful shed. They bring food to the cow. They are milking it because they listen to my program here. And I said to them, shame on all of you that the pig milk you're drinking in Nigeria comes from Holland. They claim they don't listen to us. They claim we are ill-informed. We are ignorant. But they listen to me and they go and do what I ask them to do. A governor in Yoruba land went and imported pregnant cows from America. Namadime, with milk. So they can be producing milk because they listen to me. They listen to Radio Biafra. They know that this is a citadel. Here you get knowledge. If you if you come here, you will be able to absorb knowledge. I said to them, shame. That is what Mietiala ought to be doing. Go and set up milk processing factories in the north. You can be shipping milk to the whole of Africa and make money. Rather than looking for who to cut off his head. You think I will allow that rubbish in my land? Is that what you're thinking? We are not Igbo governors. So. We are IPOB and owners of Eastern Security Network. You come to our land and you will die there. So prepare to write more about it. And of course, it's all the false narratives that you think that now is like before. We can come and we can kill them, slaughter them. There'll be a program. We are waiting. Let me tell you, those of Biafrans living in the north, they're like a sacrificial lamb. We have sacrificed them to you people. Do to them as you wish. If you come to our land, we will kill you. You see, you will come with the backing of the army and the police. We know that that's how you work. The army will first of all come, harass everybody, whereas their foot soldiers are advancing on the ground. That's what they do. So while Yoruba compromised media are busy writing about, oh, well, it's under siege, and their main army is on the ground marching. And I ask every Yoruba journalist in Nigeria, every Yoruba sophisticated moron in Nigeria, go to your forest. Shoyinka cannot go into his own forest in his backyard. He's afraid. That is the future that awaits all of you liars and deceivers. You think you can keep deceiving people? No, you cannot. You cannot. keep deceiving people. Now, one of those that they told Igbo man is your problem, oh, to try and do something. Let us hear from him. I want to ask myself this question. Why is it that this Sultan, why would we, so please, Yoruba, tell me why you fall for Fulani all the time. Is it because of religion? Tell me why you fall for Fulani all the time when they come to you. Is it because you're afraid of them? Or what? Okay, so I now understand. Most of you are Muslims, and rightfully so. And your spiritual leader is a terrorist in the Sultan of Sokoto. By virtue of his association with Mietiala, he is the grand patron of Mietiala, fourth most deadly terrorist group in the world. So Yoruba people, forever and ever, you take orders from a Fulani man. Shame is a very big shame. The land of Awolowo. A very big shame, I'm telling you the truth. A warrior race. Yoruba people are a warrior race. From Ile-Ife, a warrior race. You extend from Edo State all the way to Togo. All the way to Togo. You have everything it takes to be a great nation in Africa. If not the greatest. A great nation in terms of size, language, heritage, culture. And you abandoned all of that. And you're taking orders from a smelly, stinking Janjaweed from Sokoto. Shame, a very big shame, I'm telling you. Your ancestors must be turning in their graves. I'm telling you the truth. Let us hear from somebody from me. I'm preaching this morning, please. I'm preaching the gospel of heaven. And you know it to be the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. They understand it very well. That this very truth that we preach must prevail. It must prevail. Let us hear from Governor Autumn. One of those they convinced that Igbo man is your problem. Let's fight Biafra. Let's stop this agitation. And sometimes he will say, oh, let's stop this agitation. I want Nigeria to be one. As long as Nigeria remains one, Fulani will take you over. As long as Nigeria remains one, you are under the mercy and rulership of the Janjaweed Caliphate. Take that from me. Let us hear from him what he has to say.
That it is not about all this noise in this country. It is about taking over the land. And I will read this.
Taking over the land.
You appreciate what I'm talking about.
This is a middle belt man. Middle belt. Middle belt.
This is a summary of the deliberation by Fulani Nationality Movement, January 13th, 2018, January. 2018.
Listen.
14th January 2018.
This is a governor speaking. A governor speaking.
And they issued this press statement. Listen to it very well. The Fulani Nationality Movement, after extensive deliberation on the state of the nation in the context of recent killings and national uproar made today in Kano, the capital of Kano State, amongst other things, the FUNAM deliberated on attacks on cattle by rustlers, kidnap of Fulani men and women in some parts of Nigeria, displacement of Fulani traditional settlements in the northern Nigeria and some parts of southern Nigeria, stealing of properties belonging to the Fulani cattle owners, amongst other issues. The group also deliberated on the
This is Fulani Nationality Movement. No longer Hausa Fulani Nationality Movement. To tell you how they think they are clever. And all of you that, that is why I keep saying, Hausa, remove yourself from Fulani. When they want to kill, when they want to strike, when they want to commit the atrocities, it's now FUNAM, Fulani Nationality Movement. That movement wants to take over your land. I want those Yoruba sophisticated morons to understand what we are saying. Those Yoruba sophisticated idiots understand this. Fulani will take your land. They will take it from you. They will take it from you. The only way out is freedom for all. This is a man that they claimed before. He said, oh, Igbo man is a problem. Biafra. Let's fight. the bulk of the infantry that fought on the side of the Fulani during the war came from the Middle Belt. Today, the same masters they served are the ones decimating them. Facebook have shut down my broadcast. They cannot take the heat anymore. They can't take it anymore. Of course, you can go to Instagram or you go to Twitter. Any of those places we are there live and direct. Or you go to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it's everywhere if you want to watch it. People are hosting watch parties so you can watch it. Not necessarily on my page. Let us listen to what he has to say. He's Governor Autumn. These are the people that were castigating Igbo people, castigating Biafra, saying the agitation shouldn't work. Now, the enemy is on the doorstep. It is now Fulani national. But where I want to ask people, maybe those on Instagram, where are Hausa people? Are they still in Nigeria or have they moved from Nigeria? Has anyone seen any Hausa person recently? I mean, I want to ask you, I'm not in a bad way. I just want to know, has anyone seen Hausa people recently? Because I don't know. Has anyone seen Hausa people recently? All I'm hearing is Fulani everywhere. You see how what they did to Hausa? Complete emasculation. Destruction of their way of life. Destruction. Queen is saying no, they will have not. Have you seen Hausa anywhere? The answer is no. Nobody has seen Hausa people anymore. They are finished. They are behaving exactly the same way those intellectuals in the East and the sophisticated morons of the West are behaving. The same way they behaved in the past. Today, nobody is hearing about Hausa anymore. Hausa, they are finished, they are gone. When I look back with nostalgia, some of you don't know history. I know history. When I read about Hausa people, one of the most advanced civilizations in the whole world at their time, Hausa people manufactured a gun before the white man did so. Do you know that? Musket. Do you know that Hausa people had a gun before Britain managed to make one for themselves? Are you aware of this? No, you're not, because some of you don't study history. Hausa people abandoned that rich heritage. Child, so sad. Now, people that drive cattle from place to place. You see, an average Hausa person is technologically advanced. Do you know that before? No, you never knew. Why do you think that Flora Shaw fell in love with Hausa people? Not Fulani, with Hausa. They went to Hausa land. The boyfriend, Lugard, then took her to Hausa land. And the Hausa people, their soldiers showed her a gun, their musket. The father of Flora Shaw was a soldier. She marveled at the ingenuity and craftsmanship that went into the making of a Hausa den gun. She marveled and she wrote about it. There's some of you don't know these things. Today, Hausa is no more. One day, Yoruba will be no more. One day, there will be no Yoruba nation. Their intellectuals will destroy them. Their own version, their sophisticated morons will destroy them. One Nigeria. Nigeria for what? I keep asking, show me one thing that Nigeria has done for you. One thing. Anyway, it allows them to steal money without accountability. All the governors in the north are Fulani. Let us listen to what he has to say.
And after extensive deliberation, we hereby make the following declaration.
Fulani people, Fulani.
The killings in Benue State of the thief is well deserved.
Are you listening to that? Miyet Yala, the same Funam, the same Sultan, telling you about nation insecurity. The same Sultan is the patron of the people that issued a public statement saying that the killing of TV people in Benue is deserved. DSS never invited them. DSS never invited them to come. Funam. And that is why the TV nation must rise up and join us. We must all come together, all of us from the south. We must all come together and do it now. There has to be uprising everywhere. destroy every police station, destroy every army barracks, because they are the ones giving cover to terrorists to invade. I say this live on air. So any day we go to court, anywhere in the world, the judge or the prosecutor will ask me, but on the 30th of April, you made an insightful statement on air. You said that the police station should be destroyed. And I'll look at the idiot in the eye and will say, yes, I said it. Because they are the ones riding shotgun for the terrorists. The army and police will occupy you as they did in Benue State, and the Fulani Janjaweed will creep in to outflank you. So that is why we need, because without army and police, there will be no Fulani Janjaweed. Let me tell you the simple secret. Anywhere there is no police, there is no army, Fulani can never attack that place. They will never attack it. Do you know that? Anywhere there is no army presence, no police presence, Fulani can never mount a raid that's in that very village. That's how it works. So if you want to be free, remove Nigerian army, remove Nigerian police, believe you me, you are free. People say, oh, but bandits will be roaming. I say, no. It is impossible. Impossible. Power would then belong to the people to decide. But if you allow yourself to be deceived by Yoruba intellectuals writing for Punch newspaper and all these idiots, that's entirely up to you. But Yoruba, your land will be gone. Go to your forest now. Is it writing junk from Lagos or Abuja, writing rubbish about our nation? Enter the nearest Yoruba bush, give way, they will kill you there. Your land is gone. And you're busy talking about one Nigeria. One Nigeria Let's listen to Governor. He's from Benue. They hate Igbo. TV hate Igbo, man. They hate Biafra. They told them to hate. Now they are the ones who are being hated. If you want to be free, destroy every police station around you. Destroy every army barracks around you. Believe you me, Fulani can never come. Because there'll be nobody to back them up. Anywhere you have army, you have the police. From southern Kaduna up onto Benue, into Iwariam. Anywhere you have police presence, there will be Fulani terrorist activities nearby, because all of them are one. It's planned. Tell me why the Sultan will go to Lagos to be talking rubbish. He never spoke about what his own Fulani people are doing to others in the zoo. To tell you that they're all part and parcel of it. Anywhere there is no police station, there is no army barracks, Fulani will never attack you. I'm telling the truth. They will never attack you.
It was a revenge. It was a revenge attack on series of onslaught on the Fulani, which most parodies on November 17, 2017, when 30 Fulani men and women were killed in Nasarawa State. We noticed the recalcitrant culture of the Tiv people.
They are insulting the Tiv nation. The governor of Benue is Autumn. I think it's Samuel Autumn, is that correct? He's a TV man. The Fulani people are insulting Tiv culture. The head of Fulani people, the Sultan of Sokoto, went to Lagos and trying to deceive Yoruba people. And they are there clapping for him. Yes, he speaks. It's illiteracy. It's the lack of information. Whereas all of them there are the illiterates. Biafra is coming. No bagger can stop it or we all die. They don't understand that very well. And I said to them before, let me repeat. We have not gone into the phase of Boko Haram yet. No, not yet. If you force us to get there, for one suicide bomber from Boko Haram, we'll give you 10. That stage is coming. If they continue to push us. If you think you can conquer us and take over our land as you have taken over Yoruba land, you are dreaming. Yoruba can allow you to do that rubbish with them, do all that nonsense. Because Otedola is a billionaire, depends on free oil from Biafraland. All their billionaires, they depend on oil from Biafraland. All that rubbish. That's your business. Fulani will swallow you. I'm telling you the truth. Look at Benue. Are they not crying today? Are they not crying? They will come and tell you, oh, don't worry. Let's gang up. We have Islam. Let's gang up against the East. Let's gang up against Igbo people. You fall for it the same way that TV fell for it. Today, TV people are the ones crying. They are the ones who are being conquered and swallowed up. You think you have brain. Let us listen to the lamentation of Governor Autumn. one erstwhile Igbo hater, and Biafra antagonist, courtesy of his Fulani masters. Today, his masters are killing him, insulting his culture.
Demonstrated even in the 1804 jihad, when they obstructed our ordained conquest of Nigeria.
Fulani said that TV people tried to stop their ordained conquest. Yoruba, 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 Fulani will swallow you. What happened to you at Lauren didn't teach you enough lesson. Yoruba youths, I'm telling you today, your leaders and your elders are your worst enemies. Your leaders and your elders are your worst enemies, Yoruba. Your leaders are evil. They have sold you down the line. Obasanjo is a very, very terrible and horrible man. You people should stop using this thing. Oh, we have respect for our elders, and while they are raping you and abusing your children. While they are raping you and abusing your children, all of you are going to suffer. The Fulani said that God gave them Nigeria, and they must conquer it. They must conquer it, unless you stop them. Yoruba, you people are the ones still keeping Nigeria one today. Forget about Middle Belt, they are gone already. We can rescue them later. You must rise up now. You must rise up now. The revolution needs to happen now. The revolution is very simple. Anytime you come out on the streets to protest, you confront only one enemy, or should I say two? The Nigeria Army and Police. That's what they're going to use. So they are your primary enemies. They are your primary enemies. That is why destroy their police stations, destroy their army barracks. You are free. I'm telling you the truth. Yoruba, or else you're gone. Watch and see what I'm telling you. Go and mark today's date. What I'm telling you. You see, it is the truth. If you want to survive, they said that God gave them Nigeria to conquer. That is why the Sultan can go to Yoruba and say, oh, remember Islam, our religion, we are together, history and education, all that rubbish. They are coming, the real army is coming behind him. And they will swallow you. Anybody who comes out again and says, oh, I'm an elder, we will flog you. In public, you are a fool. Where you live, is there any road leading to the place? Where were you when Fulani came and was killing us? Where were you? Okay, Sona Banyanaji. Yoruba developed some balls. Yoruba developed some... the same way I warned Igbo intellectuals many years ago, I warned them. I went to America and I said to them that the Fulanis are coming to kill us. They said I was mad. I said, they are coming. You can't stop them, because what I see, mortals cannot see it. You cannot see it. I see in the realm of the spirit. What I have seen, you cannot. I said they are coming. I stood in front of World Igbo Congress and I begged them and I said, give us guns and bullets now. These people are coming. They said, no, did you see the war? We were at the war. I have bullet in my left breast. I have bullet in my buttock. I have bullet. Rubbish. Today they have come. Now they are calling our coordinators in the US and asking them, please call Onyendu for us. Tell him that they are near my village, the same people. That tell me they have bullet on their breast. They have bullet on their buttock, at the right one at the back. If God is not with us, why would they look time? I see things before they happen. And the prophecies we give is exact, 100% accurate, no room for ambiguity. And today I am telling Yoruba, if you fail to rise up, in our time, Fulani will swallow you the way they have swallowed Middle Belt. They will swallow you, and then you will come to us for help. And then we'll tell you, I will tell you, I told you so. You must move now. Strike the rod, the iron while it is hot. You must strike now. Destroy every police station, every army barracks. That is your problem. Because anytime you start a protest, army will come and kill you. Anytime you talk, they will arrest you. DSS. Destroy DSS. Destroy the army. Destroy the police. I'm telling you, you're free people. If you keep listening, to Tinubu, to Obasanjo, you people are finished. Look at the way Danjuma is now sounding. Danjuma is now saying, defend yourself. So the same person that killed Ironsi for the Fulani, You people, you never learn because you don't know history. You have no idea of what history is. Fulani would anyway, let me leave Autumn to his problems. Let us even go to Zamfara. Let us try Zamfara State. What are they saying in Zamfara State? Defend yourselves. Zamfara State Governor, Fulani man is telling you, defend yourselves. And I'm asking them, if the Fulani is coming to my village, as they intend to do, they said they are coming. They are camping at a place near, behind Afra Technical School. Maybe very soon, Miyetiala intend to use them to launch an attack on my village or perhaps in my house. They think we don't know this and we are waiting for them. That is the prelude I need. Just like the killing of Ikonso, I've been wanting to get Atibo governors for a very long time. And then they killed Ikonso. That gave us the cover we needed to hunt them down. Do you understand? Let them launch the attack they want to launch. That will give us the impetus we need to sink, to burn the zoo down before their eyes, so they will see it. So when they be calling America and Britain, nobody will listen to them. They will say, you know what Britain said to them? Britain said to Fulani, you caused it. We told you to restructure and you said no. We have washed our hands clean. Britain for the first time said to Fulani, we asked you to restructure and you said no. Don't call us anymore. And I'm sure Britain 2 days ago told the US the same thing. They don't listen. Because Fulani agenda is not to build a nation with you or to build a country with you. They want to conquer you. That is why any initiative, any policy, any steps that can be taken by a government to make the lives of the citizens better, Fulani have steadfastly refused to take such. Heaven will give me best I give to the living. That's my job, and that's what I'm going to do until Biafra is set free. Zamfara governor is telling you, defend a Fulani governor, defend yourselves. Whereas in our land, when I set up ESN to defend our land, governors went and set up something, recruiting policemen from everywhere to defend them. Anybody answering a bubag outside, if I say bubag outside, they'll be killed. I'm saying it, the time now is 8:44. Which is, should I say, 16 minutes to 9 a.m. in Biafraland. Anybody wearing that Ebubako uniform, if we see you outside, we'll kill you. They're not even Igbo people. They're not even Biafran people. These are policemen recruited from every police station around the zoo to protect Umahi. That uniform you're wearing that looks like the uniform of a warder that hasn't received salary for 4 months. That uniform you're wearing, if we catch you with it, we will kill you. Your eyes will open. In fact, the council will be waiting for you on the other side. Useless fools. That Ebubako rubbish cannot work. If we see you are in Ebubako, you are an informant, you will die. And we'll treat you like a Fulani Mietiala Janjaweed. If I see you with that uniform answering Ebubako, you will die. I will kill you. And I will start from Ebony State. And I want Mahi to know. Go and tell Mahi what I'm saying. Anybody wearing a Ebubako uniform, I will kill you. Idiots. You went and recruited policemen. One, I think his name is it Dio? Or is it, I'll get it in a minute. In Ebubako, you think you don't know we are IPOB? Are you playing with us? Do you know how intelligent we are? You cannot do anything without us knowing. You went and brought a Yoruba policeman to make him Ebubako in Ebony State to protect you. From today, I will hunt down Ebubako wherever I see you. You will die there where you are. That uniform you're putting on. Go and look at all those warders they are owing money, salary for 6 months. That's the way they look. That's the uniform they wear. You want to scare your enemies and you're dressing like a Nigeria prison warder. Tunde is his name. Thank you. Tunde is the Ebubako in Ebony State. Tunde, shameless fools. I told you nobody will join you. If you join Ebubako, you have signed a death warrant. Stupid idiots. The same Governor Tom said, we are becoming a banana republic. If we have a president who gave the security agencies order to shoot outside, whoever is having AK-47, and the Minister of Defense came out to say that they cannot shoot at sight. So who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces? You're asking me? When I told you that Buhari is dead, did you believe me? Did I not tell you that Buhari is dead? How can Buhari give order to shoot at sight anybody carrying AK-47? The Minister of Defense came out and said, no, they will not do it. Why? Because you're asking us to shoot our own fellow Fulani carrying AK-47. Intellectuals is for you. Intellectual, Igbo, intellectual, this is for you. The Minister of Defense, a Fulani man, said, we cannot kill our fellow Fulani. Although they are terrorists, although they are bandits, although they are killing, raping, pillaging, and kidnapping, no, we cannot touch them. They are Fulani. Take them to court. But you come and you kill the consul, and you want us to be happy. Hope Uzodinma is a dead man. He will die. Wike will die. Say, I said so this morning. I'm saying it loud and clear for the world to hear. So when it happens, you know who to arrest or who to blame. And then Wike, Hope Uzodinma will die. These idiots, can you listen to Fulani man defending Fulani terrorists and killers? He also defending his father's land. You killed him. You killed him. We are going to show you madness. You know the one they call Akola. You know there are the faces of madness. You know if you're from the town wearing bongo and high heels in those days and you're mad, it's called Akola. The one in the village is called Onyara. We'll show you Akola. The one wearing bongo, fashionable madness is called Akola. That's what we're going to show you people. And they are everywhere. Hope Uzodinma is a dead man walking. Tell him I said so. I will kill him. I'm saying it live on air for the world to hear. It's an idiot. You killed the consul, whereas a Fulani defense minister. Governor Otom is asking you, Fulani defense minister said you cannot kill Fulani people. Never, you cannot kill them. It's now you know you're in a banana republic. Well, so before you didn't know you were in a banana republic before. Now you know. Now you know. He consort defending his father's land against Miet Yala terrorist group. You killed him in his sleep. You lied. Punch newspaper lied. Yoruba people, you people are acting as conduit for the lies of the Fulani. You lied that he was in a battlefield. You liars and deceivers. You lied, whereas he was in his father's compound. If he also was in battlefield, you think you can defeat him? Is that what you think? Not in a billion years. Oh my God. Oh, that little thing. Hey, block everywhere. Block every entry. You've not started blocking. Oh. You block and block the road to your bedroom. I will sacrifice anything to get Biafra. I said it before. Everything I will give to him. Anything he wants of me, I will give him. To make sure that Biafra comes. But all of you, all that money you stole and banked abroad for your children to enjoy, you will not enjoy it. And neither will your children. I will show you people insanity. Let us be going in the coming days and weeks. You will see madness. Come to Imo State. Come to Imo State now. Is it to send Fulani to be flying helicopter? Or helicopter? You can fly helicopter all you like. You're wasting your time. Hope I will get you alive. Any traditional ruler, say I'm elder, I need your four, we hold your four of the land. Any local government Hope Uzodinma goes to, I will destroy the local government headquarters. I will destroy the chairman. I will destroy the traditional ruler. Until you produce the consul for me alive. Either you produce him alive, anywhere Hope Uzodinma, anywhere he goes to, any local government, anywhere you find him, he's gone. You people can be doing that, your rubbish with Miet Yala, with Sultan of Sokoto, your boyfriends in the north. Because most of intellectuals anyway, they are rent boys. You go there, you pull down your boxer shorts, you come and be writing rubbish, writing junk. You people will see madness now. And in your next life, if you hear Ikonso, you'll be running. You'll be running. And all these people, like they now go to synagogue to arrest people. I will no longer go for weekend. I will go for the commissioner of police and the DPO. Any commissioner of police, any DPO that goes into a synagogue again to arrest the children of God, I will come after you and your family, wherever they are. Wike is a dead man. If Wike doesn't die, then I will know I'm not Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, I'm ready. He must die. He can recruit all this nonsense he's recruiting. Wike, I will get you. I'm telling you the fact. I will get you. Go and ask others how it is with them. I will get you. I will get you. You killed the Ikonso, defending his land. Minister of Defense of Nigeria is saying you cannot kill those who are carrying AK-47, raping, killing, and pillaging. Contrary to the orders so-called given by who you call Buhari. Does that not tell you that Buhari is no longer alive? The old idiotic, decaying Buhari will never accept this. Now you understand. I have so many things to preach this one. I even said there are going to be calls. I don't think we can. I think we've stayed here for 2 hours. I do apologize. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Shabbat, is Saturday. I will come back on air tomorrow. I will preach again because I have so many things to preach, but I cannot finish all of them. Shoot at sight order given by a president not being obeyed. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And I also want to warn anybody we catch with Biafran flag outside ESN doesn't operate with Biafran flag. Our flag is sacred, it's very holy. Any idiot we see anywhere with Biafran flag marching on the road at this very critical period, you are in trouble. In very serious trouble. And I must also warn that our 30th of May is coming up this year, and we start the process of respecting the dead, including Ikonso, of course, from tomorrow. Which means there will be activities, prayer, and everything from tomorrow. And then, I'm not saying there will be sit at home. It's not sit at home this year. This year is no movement year, no movement at all. And from the 29th of May, 6 o'clock in the evening, there will be no movement until 6 o'clock of the 30th of May. No, I said no movement. If you say you're strong, you come out now. Go and take money from Fulani and come and do. First of all, they will write maybe in Vanguard or some newspaper. They will write all that nonsense after writing. But then you don't know. Come outside, I will see you. From 6 o'clock on the 29th, it is more than sit at home. This one is no movement. No, if cockroach mistakenly come out of your house, or if cockroach comes out of your house to cross the main road, it will be killed. From the 29th, from 6 p.m. 29th, no traffic, no market, no nothing. So if you want to buy something to eat, you are going to buy that thing on the 28th. 28th, you will buy it because 12 midnight of the 29th into 30th will be candlelight vigil. And then I said no movement. If you have your relative coming from abroad, tell them. If you want to go to Lagos or Abuja, make sure you're Lagos or Abuja, 12 o'clock on the 29th. Because 6 p.m., 29th, in Biafraland, if you're found outside, you are dead. Check up Unoko. You must learn to respect the dead. We lost 5 million people. Nobody's talking about it. We have to talk about them. 5 million people were lost. We have to talk about them. You must understand. I said no movement. Not just sit at home. Sit at home is the younger brother of no movement. This is the real daddy. No, I said no movement. No movement. Leave the coast clear because I know that day Fulani Janjaweed will try us. They will bring out 1 or 2 convoy of their own. Leave the streets for us and them that very day. I said no movement. From the 6 p.m. 29, no movement at all. Because you know how Tunde if you're Tunde's brother, go and take him from Ebonyi State. Go to government house Ebonyi and take Tunde from Odefumai. If we catch Tunde with that water uniform, he's gone. Don't say I didn't warn you. I don't want to see that. Maybe a Batura can be in the government house, maybe patrolling and checking, making sure that snakes don't come in to bite Humahi. If I see you outside, I will preach tomorrow evening. I think I will. I have to preach tomorrow evening. Nobody should be seen with Biafran flag at this moment. If we catch you undertaking any illegal activity with our sacred flag, you are finished. Our flag is holy. Our flag is holy and should not be taken for granted. And Biafran flag should not be placed on the floor anymore anywhere in the world. Do not put our flag on the ground anywhere in the world. No more. Our flag is holy. It's carrying the blood of over 5 million people. It is holy. You must respect it, please. And also I want to announce that Edo State comes under the jurisdiction of Biafraland coordinator. Edo State coordinator, if you know him, you tell him, you are under Biafraland, led by Ikechukwu. Do you understand? I must make it very, very clear. And I have also noticed with great worry and trepidation that some people in IPOB family in Edo State are dabbling in our affairs in volunteer command. ESN in Edo State, volunteer command in Edo State has nothing to do with the state coordinator. I'm making it very, very clear now. Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Doziem, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. You know, before we remove you without knowing where you are. This time around, we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Nzurumike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike, Doziem. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then I'll refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call, or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, be warned. No dabbling in volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for your information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under Ikechukwu as Biafraland coordinator. We run a discipline movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPOB, that's the only thing we have. That we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the Sabo. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Cotonou, those are hiding somewhere near Apete, near swamp in River State. We'll find all of you. In Igbo, not Igbo. I say River State because it comprises upland and coastal region. We'll find all of you. Banke, they still have a police checkpoint. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll hear the news very, very soon. You will hear it. I said no police checkpoint in Biafraland. I said no police checkpoint. I said the ones in a bank, go and tell them. I said no. If your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin is there, tell the idiot to get away and dismantle that checkpoint, or else they will die. Ndara. No state coordinator is allowed. No state coordinator is allowed to contact the state commander no matter what. And as a commander, if you're removed, you step aside. Our others will do the job. We don't want a type of Biafra that will be like the zoo. If you lose election, you rig it and you remain in power. When the age of retirement is 65, at the age of 85, you're still in power. That rubbish will not obtain. We are not like any other stupid set of black people from Africa. We are Biafrans. You must understand that and follow orders accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS. We have the finance department. We have the legal department. We have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you'll be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you. You must obey your superiors. It is based on discipline, please. All this breaking, going forwards and backwards, I want to obey. That means you are not prepared to be in IPOB. If you don't know what obedience is, you shouldn't be here. After all, we are all under oath. It doesn't matter if you were with me from the beginning or not. You must obey your superiors, please. Very, very important. Very, very important. There are also finance officers, those fools that stole our money from Georgia, they think they're very smart, but they will go to jail, and they understand it. If you are a finance officer in the US, please, we need all the funds people are contributing. Stop hoarding it. Stop hoarding it, please. When our US finance officer makes contact with you, you must please be able to oblige her and do as you're told. Or if you get a call, is when you fail. Anytime you get a call from our sister Nene, then you know you're in very serious trouble. You have done something wrong. Please make sure that our accounting and our audit is up to date. I do not understand the reluctance of some individuals in the US to remit the money that people had contributed to ESN. I don't understand the reason why you're holding it. I don't know what for. Please, that was why we left those criminals with money in Georgia and they stole it. Trying to be clever by half, or should I say too clever by half, like the Fulani will always do. The two criminals living in Atlanta, Georgia, hoarded our money. Nwokenkwo and Ozurumba. Two criminals. Two rogues from there stole our money. I have all the records, and they must understand that. And I have maintained that any account that we have that Nene cannot see, I do not trust that very account. As long as she doesn't see it, I will not trust it. And very, very soon, I will shut down every account that Nene cannot see. Madam Oyibo in the USA is our US finance officer and therefore responsible for ensuring that all monies due to IPOB are duly recorded and remitted. Very, very important. Insofar as US is concerned, Madam Oyibo, you'll be hearing from her. You must listen to her when she calls you and try as much as possible to do as she directs. Please, very, very important. And Dr. Nelly Ofebu is our asset recovery officer. I'm sure that some of you know this by now. People should stick to their lane, please, and not meddle or interfere in other people's job. Very, very important. I am also announcing a special training for all finance officers in the USA, in Canada, and in Europe. It's about accountability and probity. Very, very important, please. This should be done ASAP. You'll be hearing from the lead finance officers. There must be training across the board. So we understand, we harmonize the way we work and understand what we are doing. The US finance officer will host it. And we want to harmonize our financial conduct for greater transparency and accountability. Failure to comply will attract immediate dismissal. Be you a coordinator or a finance officer, please, you must understand this very, very carefully. We are not joking. Spreadsheet must be used. No handwritten entries anymore. It has to be spreadsheet, no handwritten entries. Please, please, please. I am begging all of you. We have come to the end of our program this very morning. I had many things to preach about, but I don't want to hold you for more than 2 hours because some are in their offices and some are heading to work. But tomorrow evening, Shabbat evening tomorrow, we are going to reconvene to continue this very great gospel. Please, all our media team, circulate it. I will be back on air to finish the Janjaweed as they so deserve because they are evil. Somebody saying they cannot hear me on Facebook. Of course, you won't hear me because they are suppressing it. Go to Instagram, go to Twitter, download IPOB Community Radio, download Radio Biafra app, download TuneIn and all the rest of it. We are everywhere anyway. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. If you want to listen to us, you can. Or you go to YouTube. We are also on YouTube, of course. I keep forgetting YouTube. You can go on YouTube to listen to us. I thank all of you for listening to us this very day. From me, from here, this very morning, with all the love in my heart, it is good morning.